Mello's talking big shit about you and Powerscalers a couple Cloud Ninja podcasts ago. I think he's free game. He called Powerscalers stupid and scaling a practice in futility. I mean, nigga, it's a hobby. The hell? Fuck you on my dick for? Hey, Prolast, drop your cord, right? I'ma add you. Send me the stream with the timestamp when he did that. Yeah, I see it. 128:30. So yeah, this is apparently, allegedly, because Prolaz Media sent this. I have no idea. He says, or he claims, Mello was talking shit about me here, and it starts at around 128:30.
This is a long ass conversation to have, but go ahead, bro.
Yeah. This is like one of the most annoying things about the like fandom. It's just people just assume Boruto characters are stronger than Shippuden characters.
Mm-hmm.
And like I understand like the logic, right? But like there's like there's so much about power scaling that like people like some people don't know this, but power scaling is actually like it's actually useless to do because you literally don't have the data that you need to come to like the truth of the matter, right? So then
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, bro. Okay. I get the point. I get what he's getting at, right? You don't know everything the author's thinking. Fine. But I mean, like, bro, you go off of what you have. The power scaling comes from what you have. Like, yeah, Kishimoto can't put all his thoughts in the manga, right? But if Kishimoto puts in the manga, Itachi kicking Sasuke in the face and Sasuke died from it, then I mean, pretty safe to say he was going for Itachi was stronger than Sasuke, right? It's not about making a what's the word I'm looking for? It's not about making, bro, why am I drawing a blank on this word? And it's not about making an objective or 100% true conclusion. It's about concluding on what's most probable given the data set we do have. So yeah, I'm gonna keep watching.
then like we create shit like standard battle assumptions, right? We create a framework that allows us to do a thing that we actually can't do to begin with.
Well, I mean, yeah, standard battle assumptions, it's not like you have to abide by standard battle assumptions, right? Like standard battle assumptions is just, it's something that they set up where it's like, okay, you make two characters compete cross verse, and this is a fair way for those characters to compete with each other. Or that's what Verse Battle Wiki deems as a fair way for characters to compete with each other.
So like all your conclusions is based on like a make-believe framework. So your conclusion isn't really like correct. It's just like the thing that makes the most sense under the framework that you're operating under. That's a lot to say, but it's kind of like the truth.
Yeah. So I mean, conclusion makes the most sense. I mean, if you abide by standard battle assumptions, then what Mello just said actually does make sense. It's kind of like, okay, yeah, the matchup does work if you use these rules I put in place. But outside of that, like we all know that people can kick and punch harder than other people. There's nothing wrong with concluding that because one guy kicked someone and hurt him and another guy kicked the same guy and didn't hurt him, that the first guy is stronger. You get what I mean? Like at that point, the framework is just how we normally interpret reality. And then on top of that, I mean, it's just for fun. Like some people can make a job out of it, right? Like I can. But other mangaka, like Gege, for example, Gege Akutami, the author who writes JJK, I say they because I don't know Gege's gender. They power scale a lot. Like she talks about Mahito getting 200% stronger. She's like, oh yeah, when you enter a domain, or they're like, oh yeah, when you enter a domain, you get a stat like a stat buff like in a video game. There's plenty of examples of Gege power scaling, but yeah, it's just you interpret the manga in the way that makes the most sense, and then you have your conclusion. Let me finish this clip out.
So like I don't know how people just assume I would like to hear the actual rationale as to why like Madara or even Kaguya in terms of like
oh yeah, I also do agree with him that like the weird standard assumption that Boruto characters are just stronger than Naruto characters is weird. JJK had mathematicians coming to explain Gojo's ability. That is a perfect example. Gege literally wrote an ability she didn't understand all that well. They had mathematicians come in and explain Infinity. Is it me or the audio clipping a little? It shouldn't be. I'm trying my best, bro. So if I like stutter and shit, I mean, I'm tired, but I'm trying my best. Yeah.
Power is like weaker than Ishiki. Like what's the rationale behind that?
Than Ishiki?
Ishiki. I went high.
I mean, which Kaguya are we talking? We're talking about the Kaguya at the
end. It's gonna be a long podcast. Huh?
I mean, I think Prolast, was that like the end of it? Because now they're about to start talking about Madara versus Ishiki. Hey, I'm Blitz. It's midnight. It's all good. We do a video of what Kage level means, like putting calcs through the low high end feats and basically saying any character that has feats that fall within those parameters of Kage level. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that video. Here, I'm gonna write it down in my video section in my server. We'll just title it, what is Kage level? Because it began at some point, but that was the juicy part if I remember. Okay. Well, I'm gonna turn the clip off just so I don't, oh, wrong thumbnail. That I don't get on the bad side of any of those guys. Cause I still do fuck with, even though I don't have a specific problem with Mello, I still do fuck with Bara and Free Game a lot.